Welcome again at my ETOE channel. During the last 15 years I did hundreds of cycle designs and most of them had one thing in common. They contain factory logos. And all these factory logos are designed flat like this piece of paper. And I wondered why. Why is it common to design a cycle logo flat like this piece of paper? So I decided to put it into the trash and to create a kind of block and 3D style. A client came to me with an S-Works and he asked me if I can do the logos with a 3D effect. And I clapped my hands because that's exactly what I waited for. He brought also a set of lightweight Meilensteins and my job was to create the Meilenstein logo also with a 3D effect. And I decided to use also a little pattern with a 3D effect in it for the inside of the fork legs. And I like to show you how I created this pattern. I started with some hexagons, put the hexagons together and removed some smaller parts inside these hexagons. I cloned these hexagons and turned them 3 times around. So I got this little box style. I copied and pasted the box to create my pattern. And if you look closely, you can see the little box inside this flat pattern. But let's change to the paint booth because that's what I waited for a long time. And now I like to bring the world of cycle design into the world of 3D style. So let's go to the paint booth and let's start to paint the S-Works and the Meilensteins. Yes, all keyboard warriors are right. What I told you in my intro was bullshit. These are no Meilensteins. These are Fernwegs in the disc version. But nevertheless, I have a video in line where I can show you also some Meilensteins. But the preparation and the paint job is the same. So I take a bucket and some wet sanding paper and I will prepare the Fernwegs for the new logo. The preparation of the carbon surface needs a lot of time and effort, and I sprayed a carbon primer in between before I can start with the graphics, and now I have to sand with primer again to get a smooth surface and that the color sticks onto this primer. That takes some time, and when I'm ready with sanding I like to show you how I spray on the graphics. Let's talk about the logos and the stencils we need for the wheels. What I created here is the inner and the outer diameter of the wheels. And as you can see, I grouped my logos and shaped them. And for the shape, I need 2 circles, an inner and an outer circle. Here you can see a simple lightweight logo. I divided it into single letters and group these letters to the inner circle so I get this shape that fits to the wheel. And I did the same with the Fernweg logo, but here you can see 2 paths, a highlight path and also the 3D shadow path. And I copied and pasted the logo for 3 forms. Here you can see the 2 paths, the highlight and the shadow path, and I divided them only into the highlight path and only into the shadow path. And I need these 2 stencils for 2 layers of color, so I will cut these 2 stencils and I will start with the highlight color, but in a different order. I start with the shadow stencil and the highlight color, mask the highlights and use the highlight stencil and the shadow color. So let's start to cut these two stencils, stick them on the wheels and start to spray the two colors for the Fernweg logo. I cutted the highlight mask of the Fernweg logo in single letters, and now I apply these single letters to the highlight color, to the golden tone of the logo. And when all these letters stick on the wheel, I can start to spray a darker color, my shadow color, a nice dark line. And I will use also my little airbrush to spray these shadows. The wheels are already painted and are at the paint booth for heat drying, and I can start with the frame and also with the fork. But before I can start to spray on the new design, I have to rip off the old color of these parts, and that's what I'm doing now. I stepped one step forward without the camera and sprayed on some gold on the chainstays and also on the inside of the fork legs. And as you can hear, the sign maker is doing his job, and it cuts all the little squares, the 3D effect in my masking foil. And when the job is ready, I can peel off all the squares and I can stick the masking tape on the chainstays and also on the inside of the fork to spray my 3D pattern. And I'm done. It took me more than 4 hours to create the stencil to remove all the little stripes in between the cubes. And now I can cut my stencil and apply it on the fork. And I can spray the next layer of color, a darker gold tone, to create the 3D effect. And then I can remove this stencil that took me more than 4 hours to create it. But that's what I'm doing now. No excuse, I have to hurry up a little bit because the client needs his frame back, and what I have to do is the same I did on the wheels. I have to paint some logos on the frame in the same way I did the Fernweg logo on the lightweight wheels. Yesterday I painted a white graphic on the top tube and also this small stripe. The small stripe is a tribute to the spokes of the lightweight wheels, and today I will paint the golden logos on the frame, the S-works on the down tube and some smaller ones on the top tube. So I have to load my gun with the 2 shades of gold, the light and the dark color, stick the mask to the frame, and then I can spray the logos. So let's stop talking and let's start spraying. Are you ready for the final steps? I have to remove the last spray mask, then I can change to the paint booth, put some clear coat on the frame, and it's ready to ride. Currently it looks a kind of flat, not very shiny and not glossy, but it changes when I will spray on the clear coat. The color pops out with the clear coat and the frame looks great with this nice golden pattern and the 3D block style logos. I have to put on my paint suit and also the spray mask, take the frame, change to the paint booth, and I will give it 1 or 2 shots of clear coat before I can ship it to the customer.